The vision of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries to build out a more innovative, resilient, sustainable and internationally competitive sector will be advanced in the 2022-2023 fiscal year with $10.2 billion in expenditure for housekeeping expenses. An extra $1.5 billion will be added from projected revenue during the year. The bulk of that, $9.5 billion, will support the Ministry's agricultural production, productivity and food security program. The ministry is also allocated $4.5 billion to fund key development projects with the help of Jamaica's bilateral partners. Over $1.3 billion of the sum is to advance the Southern Plains Agricultural Development Project. This is providing irrigation water to farmers in Amity Hall and Bridgepen St. Catherine, as well as Parnassus in Clarendon. Targets for this year include acquisition of GIS equipment, starting the rehabilitation of roads and construction of a pump house and reservoir, in addition to rehabilitation and installation of irrigation networks and canal. Work will also continue on the Essex Valley Irrigation Infrastructure Development Program to benefit farmers in the St. Elizabeth area. This push towards food security and increased production will see over $2.6 billion being spent to install irrigation pipes, fittings, meters, and other equipment. The ministry's push to create a more modern, efficient, and sustainable agriculture sector continues with further upgrades to the Bodles Research Station in St. Catherine. The tasks to be undertaken this fiscal year include starting construction of housing for dairy workers. Domestic water tanks, pond liner and irrigation fittings at Fruit Tree Nursery will also be installed, and a small ruminant house and milk testing laboratory is being rehabilitated. The government, in partnership with the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, will continue the project for promoting community-based climate resilience in the fisheries sector. With a budget of $99.6 million, a final report on monitoring, surveillance and control is to commence, along with upgrade of mariculture facilities. Also, a draft strategy and action plan for fisheries and aquaculture policy is to be developed and pelagic market plan completed. Government is also spending $65 million in the new fiscal year on the 3-year soil fertility mapping project. A pilot mapping needs assessment will be done and manual maps digitized. Soil sampling and analysis as well as fertility mappings will also be done. Fertilization recommendations for specific geo-referenced localities will also be designed. A $3.9 billion investment is also being made in the modernization of the agricultural sector. This capital project kicks off with a $150 million allocation this year through funding support from the government and the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB. The program seeks to increase agricultural productivity and income for farmers through better animal and plant health services, food safety services, and public-private partnerships that will increase local and export market linkages.
It is for us now as a government to see this as the facilitation of one of our most critical goals. The goal for us to drive production of agriculture and fisheries in our country, to contribute to our national development, to contribute to creating an extended value chain